All right. Anybody want to say anything before we actually get into go?
I apologize in advance for my character.
That's where I'm starting.
I don't.
I feel like I should probably apologize for mine too because he's an ass.
Everybody at this table is their own special kind of jackass. And it's actually been very beautiful and entertaining for me. Greetings, Kindred. I am Voivode Mekhet, and welcome to episode 3 of Thicker Than Water Black Sheep. And since we have a couple of new characters at the table, we're going to go ahead and do a round robin to introduce everybody. Starting to my left, we have... Okay, starting to my right, since Serendipity's in the middle of chewing.
My mouth is full. I can't introduce myself right now.
Alright, starting from my right, we have...
I'm Ablin, and I'm playing Daniela, or Dana the Dead.
I'm also chewing. Hang on. Serendipity just screwed me. Hi, I'm Cole, and I play Hattie.
Hi, I'm Daviga, and playing Mr. Paul Milliner.
Hi, I'm Gwen, and I'm playing Lorenzo.
Hi, I'm Serendipity Weird, and apparently I'm playing Levi Crowley Tross, though I've been calling him Alistair for a week. So
I'm really glad he's not Alistair.
I think he is.
I'm really glad because there's a character that goes by
I'm past some of the cookie now.
Alright, so Levi then.
That works.
If you want to be Alistair, you can be Alistair. It's fine.
No, I just forgot which combination of names apparently I
Yeah,
chose.
apparently.
Oops. Happens.
Alright, so we can go ahead and jump right into it unless anybody has any pre-things they want to go over. I don't have anything, really. Except for the fact that I'm really glad that we're going to get Daviga and Serendipity into this because their characters are just fun.
Are you...
I feel like you're sitting
You have an
there like
interesting-
Leonardo DiCaprio. You two ought to hate each other.
I feel like you have an interesting definition of fun.
Unfortunately, David is not going to be here tonight, so we are not going to have Valentino. He had a family engagement to attend. But that's good because it means they have extra time to invest in our new characters who are coming in. Tonight's game session is going to be set the night after the last one. So we were on June 11th, which is Saturday. And the sun goes down at 8:59. Which is ironically exactly when we're starting a game. Creepy. So, yes. Just to get a little bit of...
Everyone take ag. It's West Coast time.
Well, West Coast time, it goes down at 8:59. Just to get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way. Daniela, you are starting game at a hunger of 2 before we do rouse checks.
Yep.
You do have your willpower back, though.
Cool.
Because it's only gone for 1 night in the system.
That's right.
Unless you take aggravated willpower, and then you actually have to work for it. Let's see. Hattie, you are at 1. And I do believe that Lorenzo, the last time we saw you, you were at a hunger of 2. Mm-hmm. So since this is the next night, let's go ahead and have everybody roll rouse checks.
Oh, I forgot.
Take the number dice out of there.
Thank you.
Unless you like me and use number dice anyway. Hey! I'm good.
You're good?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
I think that's okay.
I think that's a pass. Yeah, if you've gone on,
That's a
you're
pass. That's a pass.
I'm good.
So Hattie's at a 1. Lorenzo's still at 2.
I'm just gonna spend all night eating garlic bread.
Dana's at a 2.
good. We got a ton of it, so.
And Paul, where are you at? Okay, Paul's at a 2. All right. All right. So last night, Friday night, was the same thing that always happens on the second Friday of the month in the New Orleans district. Big old fake Mardi Gras. The only event in this area of town that's bigger is on actual Mardi Gras. But it is something that they do once a month. Tonight is a lot calmer. It's just your standard downtown style bar hopping night for a lot of people. It's still filled with street vendors who do hurricanes. They still lock up the streets so no cars can come down those areas. And I believe for the most part, I think at least 2 of our characters would be starting off in that district. You are more along the lines camp near the college, correct?
Yep.
Daniela?
Yeah.
And you're on call.
Yep.
Lorenzo. So you wake up at the Benson Hotel on the 4th floor.
Oh, yay.
Deja
It's a
vu.
very familiar floor for this game, is it not?
I was going to say deja vu.
Yeah. Now, we have a little incident that occurred last Tuesday. It's not well known, but there has been some family drama. And how is Paul adjusting to this family drama?
Sorry, Paul's mouth's full.
Everybody's mouth is full. That's what happens when we eat while we're gaming.
In character.
Oh, God.
It's not that much of a shock, really.
That's true. And I would assume that even though this is new to you, you have a better grasp on the situation when it comes to hunger and things like that.
Plus, there's just not that much to get used to.
That's true. Your life isn't that much different, except you don't have to take your heart pills anymore. It's pretty much how that goes. Now, unfortunately, you have landed yourself a helicopter mom. Tommy is constantly worried about you. No matter what you do. Gramps, are you okay? Is there anything that I can get for you?
That'll be good for a couple of... Gramps, are you okay? Nah, Sonny, I'm dead.
Tommy, aside from being overly obnoxious and caring, has been helpful, at least. He has been able to teach you the ropes as far as you're going to grasp them without actually getting out there and having experience. Pretty much everything's the same except for the fact that your windows in your apartment across the street from your office have now been completely gone over with several levels of aluminum foil. And the heavy curtains that usually block out the sun pretty well have been duct taped to the walls and down the center.
Tommy, this place looks like a meth lab now.
Hey, Paul. Okay. Give me a Give me a wits and awareness after that little crack you just...
A Tony check?
Yeah, give me a Tony check.
Four.
All right.
2 10s makes a 4.
He's straightening things up, which is A, endearing, B, annoying, because he's going through your stuff. He's picking up your laundry from the night before, making sure it gets taken care of. And as you say,
Tommy.
It looks like a meth lab in here. He goes, fucking old man smell's still around. He just
Is my belt in that drawer anywhere?
Your belt is not around, but that shoe that you were slapping him with the other day is right there.
I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna let him know. Tommy.
Yeah.
That's what Moses is for.
He drops him on the floor, back where they were.
You're trying too hard. Not that I don't appreciate it, but take a load off. Nothing's going anywhere. Apparently not even me.
Alright. Alright. What are your plans for the night, Gramps?
Well, I mean, I had some plans, but someone who should really think a little bit more before he does things threw those into the ringer. So we should probably do something.
You want to go in a hole? I can throw you in a hole.
I actually really liked where I was. That was a nice little spot there.
Yeah, I figured tradition would be your thing.
But we do have to do something about the can.
What do we got to... No, we don't. What do you mean we got to do something about the can?
We've got to deal with them. We're going to need to hold.
This is going to be a lot more complicated.
There's deliveries to arrange.
All right. Weren't we going to set, like, John or...
Yeah, we're going
one
to
of the
send John
Sonnies?
over there to go mind that barn for now. But we also need to find a long-term manager. Because I don't want him bound up over there
Okay.
all the time.
All right, so what do you want to do? Like, who...
Well, who else do we have in the family who might be a good fit? Do we have anybody around who needs a promotion? Should be steady work. It's important.
I'm going to need you to roll a composure plus resolve test after I say what I say.
Oh boy.
Prepared.
There's always, we get Janet out of Sal's place and get her a respectable job. 3, you can hold it together, but that is one of your convictions, to get the job done, to do it. He's completely just saying to get her out before she's done doing what she's doing.
Tommy.
He's a fucking pig.
Yeah, but Janet started over there. We're not doing anything till she's finished over there.
Fine.
If nothing else, if you're going to be working with Sal this much, we don't want to be rude to our business partners.
Yeah, why do you think I work with Sal this much? I don't want him messing with her.
Who else might work?
No, there's Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
Yeah, Lorenzo Putinesca. It's Sal's new kid. I don't think you've met him yet.
Okay.
But he's like
Maybe I should.
He's a go-getter. He gets shit done. Usually it's breaking legs, but this would be some respectable work. And if he has to break any legs, it'll be of a Camarilla.
Gotcha. Although, we really want that not to happen.
He's a Putinesca.
Well, maybe
unless you want to bring some new neonates into the fold.
Maybe we should go meet Lorenzo then.
All right.
It's worth a shot.
Cool. He's gonna get out his ridiculously thin plaque of a phone. In your view, how the hell does those things even work? He's gonna hit a couple buttons, or at least what you assume are buttons, and it's not even enough to
buttons.
It's not even enough to dial a number. Lorenzo's phone's gonna ring as he's
Take it. Go look at the caller ID.
It's actually one of the milliners. You know this guy because he's been hanging around Sal's from time to time. You can assume that he and Janet are related. They actually do have a very similar facial features. But yeah, it's Tommy Milliner.
All right. Pick up the phone. So Lorenzo, what can I do for you?
Hey, what have you been up to lately?
Well, right now I am on a call. Well, I'm on call for a client.
Okay.
Doing some light security work and a bit of bodyguard.
Okay. Would you be interested in some, like, legit management work? My grandpa's got a job, and out of character, just to let you know some in-character information. The person who keeps all the books for the Giovanni in Portland is a guy named Paul Milliner.
Okay.
He's human. He's old. He doesn't look like he's going to be around much longer. The couple times you may have seen him, which I seriously doubt you ever have, has probably just been in passing. You probably never even had a chance to talk to him. He's not from the city. They flew him in from, is it Boston? They flew him in from Boston right around the time of
Even
that
if I
reunion.
did see him, my character's an arrogant ass, so he probably didn't even care.
Yeah. But yeah, my uncle's got an interesting job, to say the least.
All right. What time's good to meet up?
What time's good for you? We got a free calendar for right now.
For right now, I'm clear, unless I get a call from my current employer.
Okay.
So if you want to meet up now's a good time.
Sure, where you at?
I'm at the Benson, 4th floor.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, if you don't mind, we'll head over and see you.
All right. Room numbers. He gives you a room number and.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you. All right. You'll hang up. If you want to meet him, you can evaluate him yourself. See if you trust him working with the Toreador.
All right. Sounds like he's relatively keen, at least.
He does his jobs. I'd like to see him do something that doesn't involve, extortion.
Kneecaps.
As much.
I mean...
Yeah, I know. It's a dumb thing to say.
Right.
Give you 15 minutes and we'll head down to the car?
Alright. Let's see, 15 minutes. Alright. Yeah, I'll see
Is that good?
I'll see it. Maybe make it 20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to text 30 minutes because we're literally right down the street.
Plus, you got an old man with you.
Yeah. If I wasn't afraid that the strong Portland winds wouldn't knock over my grandpa, we could probably walk. But we're in the downtown area, too. There's jingle jangle at your door as you're waking up. Unless, do you sleep at your store?
As far as I know.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were putting anything towards...
that's... Hold on. Do I? I don't know. I don't remember. It was like weeks ago. Years ago. Yeah. No, I mean, that's it. That's the place. That's the place.
I think we actually had discussed that you're going to be staying in your haven.
Yeah.
Or staying in your shop. Alright, so you hear those obnoxious wind chimes
I wish
that
you
Alexis
could
hung
hear.
up.
Wish you could hear how hard my eyes are rolling right now. But you can't hear that.
There's this second sense of something in the room. Whenever you hear those wind chimes, you feel it coming to attention like it's guarding something. It's been pretty familiar over the last few months.
Frank. So.
You hear Alexis give her cheery greeting, the one you do not approve of. You'd rather have customers come in here, do their thing, decide whether or not you're going to sell them what they want.
Why is she even got to talk to them?
And she's so
I'm gonna have to
cheery.
talk to her. I'm gonna have to talk to her again. She needs to shut up.
You hear the double step tapping of those damn heels she wears. She's a freaking giraffe. You know, she's tall as it is. She doesn't need to be wearing those things. Oh, this would look so cute.
Oh my god.
And you hear a mockingly amused male voice over hers. Yeah, I'm just looking for a Levi.
Do I recognize this
Sounds
voice?
like DeLuca.
Okay. I haven't even. Oh my god. One moment.
Okay, I just want to let you know that you have someone here to see you, and they look like they're kind of in a hurry. So what should I tell them? Her voice is grating.
Like,
You can see the way she holds her hands without even opening the door. She's just like a little mentally deficient T-Rex.
1 minute. I'll be there 1 minute.
I'll let them know. Thank you. You hear a little
Reach over.
of her shoes.
Reach over, grab the closest fuzzy sweater thing. You're not even sure, looking at it, if you can describe that as a sweater. It's kind of a ball of fluff, and it's asymmetrical, and it doesn't even look like clothing. I'm going to put that on. Rustle around whatever bottom thing I can find. Half skirt, half... I'm pretty sure it's got one pant leg and half a skirt. Find the giant glasses that he wears.
You dress like an anime character?
Effectively.
That's what I was hearing. Yeah.
Take a look. I'm assuming I can see myself in mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Messes up his hair. Slips
Definitely
it
an
down
anime
with
character.
some spit.
A nice little blood splish. In
Yeah. Just, fuck, I forgot about that shit. God damn it. Fuck.
You haven't even had a chance to
Breathe.
put on your face mask.
I can't even breathe. I know these bags. Like, I can't even go out there like this. But I don't even breathe now. That's right. Fuck. Okay. Whatever. And I open the door
Okay.
and prance out.
And there he is, in that cream-colored suit. Hair, kind of... It's definitely not in fashion, but you really can't see him having it any other way. Obviously turned before he had a chance to shave. Got that 7 o'clock shadow thing going on. It's kind of chubby. It's about an inch shorter than you are. But that's your daddy. And your sire's just standing there in the middle of your store, touching all your stuff.
Is there anyone else in this store?
Only Alexis. Who is... She's just at a comfortable distance behind him, looking like she wants to say something about everything that he's touching, because she's done her research.
Yes.
She knows what everything is.
If you could just...
DeLuca turns around.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi. I'm fantastic. You
That's
didn't
fantastic.
give me time to put my mask on or anything. I mean, I just woke up.
You don't need to do that anymore.
That is not the point. I can't go out into the world looking like this. This takes time to arrive. And I would appreciate if you gave me that time before you just showed up.
The sun has been down for a while. Like nearly a half an hour.
It takes time to arrive. Did I stutter?
Did you eat paint chips as a child? I have an order for you. And he reaches into his jacket and pulls out a crinkled up, folded, yellow envelope that's probably about 4 or 5 inches thick and with a thud on the glass counter. I need you to get me something that's a little hard to get that your connection can get me.
You have my attention.
Jimson.
Jimson.
I need some Jimson.
This player character.
About a pound of it.
Okay.
It's a
That's what I thought. Okay.
Jimson?
I'm a bad witch right now. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
Okay. Jimson?
Yeah.
That seems like out of character. Does that seem like an absurd amount of money for some
Illegal
Jimson?
product? No.
Okay, cool. I need these details. Player needs these details.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah,
You can keep it off the books. You can mark it down as whatever you want to mark it down as if you want to. Or you can get the stuff and pocket the cash. I don't care. I need some Jimson.
okay, well, I need some blood. So,
You want to do a different type of payment then?
I think you could just bring me some blood too.
You have no idea how proud I am of you.
I used to grow that stuff.
You're trying to extort your sire. Get me some Jimson. And he'll turn around and walk out. That annoying fucking wind chime. And Alexis just turns around in a dancing way going, it's so cute every time somebody opens the door. You've taken that thing down every night.
Can you not
She
just
puts
leave
it back
down?
up every morning. The clients like it.
At least take it down before sunset.
She kind of like saunters over,
I do not want to wake up again.
grabs the chimes themselves and the hook with the other hand, holds it close to herself, gives you a smile,
Oh!
and walks away. She boops your nose.
Alexis.
He goes back to the storeroom. What?
I need you to... You can't touch me.
She comes out with her purse over her shoulder. She's heading towards the front door, and she's like, fine. And she grabs probably about...
I need to roll some
She-
composure and
Yeah, go ahead.
fucking
Composure and resolve as she boops you a second time. As she grabs a nice handful of cash out of the drawer and goes, I need to take a little petty cash, and starts heading out the door.
Oh, that wasn't that thing.
That's fine, it's a fail.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I got one success.
You got one success, so you don't frenzy. You're really glad. I'm glad you got that one success because
Yeah, because I
that
don't
was,
need to eat her yet.
'cause that's a
Uh-huh.
bestial failure.
Oh,
if you
sure.
Ooh,
ask.
that would have been nasty.
Yeah.
So yeah, she takes some unknown quantity of money and saunters out the door. Bye.
No, Alexis, get back here.
Door shuts, but you don't hear the chimes.
I take.
There's a noticeable amount of free samples missing.
I open the.
Your store doesn't have free samples.
I open the envelope situation.
Can retainer be a flaw?
Whether you want them to be or
really
not.
Can.
I'm gonna
Depends
check
on how you
this
treat that retainer.
cash situation.
That's a chunk of cash.
Yeah.
Sometimes
What kind of bills are these? Is this a stack of 20s, 50s, 100s? What are we talking here?
Well, it's a stack of 20s.
Okay.
It's a big old stack of 20s.
I'm gonna take like some and chuck them in the drawer. I don't know what she took.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna try to eyeball what you know.
I mean, you could easily find out. Like,
Yeah, that's effort.
looking at the sales.
Fuck that. I just want to make sure there's more in there than there's supposed to be.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't
care
need
what
no
the sale-
trouble with fucking accounting and you know.
Yeah.
And I can't. No, I pay someone to do that. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Do I happen to have any gypsum on hand?
No.
Okay, just checking. I'm gonna start reaching out to somebody who I get things from. I have a contact.
You do. You have contact.
And start working on this sourcing problem I now have.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You might need to go through some channels to get a hold of this around here.
Yeah.
You do know that it grows wild, like, in the Vegas area.
Mm. All right.
Then again, there's also the Weird Occult shop down the road. That's kind of like an ethnically kind of place. It's a botanica more than anything.
Right.
Yeah, Top Hat.
Yeah.
You
I
could
mean-
go there. See if they have it. Because they have shit on the shelves that you're pretty sure are illegal.
Yeah, I mean, I'll wander down there. I'm assuming it's stores. Alexis left when the store is closed, right?
Yeah, she left after you got up. So it's up
Yeah.
to you whether or not you show.
I mean, I think the store closes at 9. And
Right.
it's like, what, 9:30?
Yep, about that.
So, yeah, whatever. I'm going to shove some money in the drawer, hopefully compensating for whatever she took.
Mm-hmm.
And,
If she wasn't so good at what she did, she would not be worth having around.
yeah, but I can't fucking run the store during the day anymore.
True.
So, seems like there's more money in the register than when I was doing it anyway.
There is, significantly.
Yeah.
She
I don't know.
doesn't spend all
Whatever.
day scaring off clientele.
I'll go take a safe in the back room, wherever the fuck I sleep.
Mm.
I assume I have more than just 2 rooms, because I assume. Because I paid some money for this or I paid some XP for this haven.
You did.
And I have a safe somewhere, like not anything super fancy, but I'm gonna chuck the money in there.
Okay.
Pocket a couple bills, like $100 or so. Walking money. And I'm gonna probably take a good half an hour to do my face properly.
Okay.
Because I'm not going out like this.
Because
And to
this
properly,
takes time to arrive.
This takes time to arrive. And, pick out a proper outfit and things like that. It might be an hour, hour and a half, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Might be 2 hours. I don't know. You can figure out how long it takes me.
Yeah.
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 But it's going to be some time. Then I'm going to walk on
I
down.
think I'm going to invent a role for you, actually.
The makeup routine?
I do. Yeah, I'm gonna do a makeup routine role for you. And I kind of want it to be resolve plus
Performance?
subterfuge.
I got some of those.
How much are you going to lie about yourself today?
That's a good question. A lot.
3 successes.
I'm going to lie.
Okay, it's going to take you a while.
I'm, have makeup skills. This is the thing I've done.
Yeah.
So be working on like a human-esque looking kind of little rouge on the cheeks and that kind of thing.
That's a good question.
But also kind of gothy.
Does anybody
same
choose
time,
to
'cause-
activate Blush of Life tonight before anything happens?
No.
No?
Nah.
Okay. Did you roll for that? Dude, I need to know.
I'm being cheeky. Think it through. Blush of life
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You're old. You need to look as human as possible.
I already look like the Crypt Keeper. That's not going to change. Do you want me to look pink too?
All right. Danny, last night you had an extended conversation with Peter.
Yep.
Your retainer. You spent probably like 2 hours or so with him at Voodoo Donut, with him being very uncomfortable, and giving you some information. So what are you doing with that today when you wake up?
I'm probably actually going to be heading back towards Top Hat, because if anybody knows what to do with some of the theories, they're probably going to be the experts.
Okay.
In this sort of stuff.
So you're just gonna get ready and start heading on down there?
Yep. Check of course if there's anything on the news, any text from Peter or anything going on.
Not that much on the news. Coverage on the continued cleanup efforts. There's a piece on the ever-expanding tent cities and homelessness problem in the city. How there's now a much larger percent of empty houses compared to the homeless people who are now in the street, just because price of living is going up so high. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it, except for your local weather and sports.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm going to be heading down towards Top Hat then.
Okay.
So.
And Hanny.
Hi.
Hi. You had an interesting experience last night, having a rather manipulative conversation with your broodmate.
Yeah.
Followed by realizing that you were most likely being manipulated by your broodmate while being manipulated by Anaroma.
It was a good night.
It was a good night.
So much fun.
You've learned a lot, including the fact that Valentino doesn't speak up when he should, and speaks up when he shouldn't.
Not entirely sure if anything he said was intentional or not. I'm just going to have to keep thinking on that one.
True.
With all the information.
You also have a little friend that you haven't seen since last night.
Right.
And
Should there be like incoming messages or?
I think it's more of a you just stop and concentrate kind of thing on it.
Okay.
Horrible
That's
ones.
probably a good way to start the night. Throw on some coffee and dust some things off and get ready to open the bookstore. But maybe just stare off into space for a minute and go, what the hell are you up to?
Okay. Red carpeting. Gold lining on very highly polished wooden walls. You really can only see the lower levels of things, so you're pretty close to the floor from the view. It seems to sleep when you sleep. That makes sense to me, anyway.
Seems convenient.
Your thought processes would be what's keeping it alive, in my opinion. Where did you tell it to go? Were you having it follow McCarthy specifically, or were you having it follow Lorenzo? Or
I actually explained to it that I wanted it to get in the car and follow whoever was in the back seat. I did not know who it was.
Okay.
I was assuming it was probably McCarthy. But
Okay. It definitely is McCarthy. You see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see him as he's ordering around somebody. You can't tell if they're drugged or if they're controlled, hypnotized in some fashion. But He's giving almost condescendingly slow orders to this person about how he wants his shirts ironed. He's got another one he's doing pretty much the same thing too, who's going over his jacket with a lint roller. Just seems to be getting ready for something. He's prepping his clothes.
Oh, hopefully a funeral. I will just shut that off for a moment.
Okay.
Finish making the pot of coffee.
Your little friend seems to be under his bed.
It's gross, but I mean, here we are. Probably refocus on that every once in a blue moon if it's a slow night, etc. But really just going to focus on opening the shop and trying not to spend the second night in a row like super aggravated.
Okay. So you're just focusing on working tonight? Okay. So let's go ahead and say about a half an hour has passed with everything that's going on. Everybody's getting ready to do things. And Gramps,
I got one.
Your door to your Lincoln town car is opened.
Hey,
And Tommy.
hope you know that's a caddy.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You have a caddy. Your door opens and Tommy offers you a hand to help you out. Now, there's a benefit to this. Your hips don't hurt no more. Your back don't hurt no more. You feel a lot younger. You don't look younger, but you feel a lot younger than you have in years. This little pissant's still doing what he does. Still helping Grandpa do what he needs to do. He backs off, lets you get out on your own, instinctively goes to hand you cane, which you don't need right now. You still
You're
taking
a good
it?
kid, Tommy.
He's really trying. There's a level of guilt that he seems to have hanging over his head. But here you are. You're at the Benson Hotel. It's one of the fanciest hotels in town. We gotta go up to the 4th floor, so yeah. He's gonna walk you through the lobby. It's a pretty impressive place. So this place could fit into Boston pretty damn well.
It's a lot of money coming through here, Tommy.
Yeah.
You see this?
Well, it's an ivory tower kind of place. If you get my drift. So I'm a little uncomfortable meeting here, but this is where.
You know, we're trying to do business with them. We better get used to it.
Yeah, I know. He walks you over the elevator. He pushes the button. Within a few seconds, the doors open. Bing. Bing.
Where's that? Just somebody text. Elevator camera.
So we go up to the 4th floor. And it opens up into a suite. We actually go into a lobby area that has a few doors. He'll text you from the elevator, letting you know that he's coming up.
All right.
Okay. Now,
So I should probably put away the guns and the drugs.
might be a good idea.
I mean,
might be a good time to put away your Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas cosplay. Your half a salt shaker of cocaine. And but you are on the clock for McCarthy. This is his suite.
Oh, I know.
So
I figure if I get a call from him, I'll just have to cut our meeting short.
after a couple minutes after getting that text,
I open the door.
you got Tommy, who's he's a good kid. He's a good kid. Stays out of trouble for the most part. And
I'm going to reach out my hand.
yeah, he shakes your hands. Good to see you. This is my grandfather, Paul Milliner.
Hi, how are you? Come on in.
Yeah.
Show you guys in. I don't know how big these particular suites are. So
It's a good-sized room, but it is a room. You've got one room with a couch, a bed, a television. Like it's a full-on like.
yeah, if I needed to live here, I
Yeah.
could.
The good thing about the 4th floor, when it comes to the Benson Hotel, is the Camarilla has set the 4th floor away for vampire guests. All the windows are aesthetic on the outside and non-existent on the inside.
Nice.
And the bathrooms also have reinforced lockable doors to hold guests, if need be. So, there is a small table and chairs. So,
Like I said, I am on call, so if my employer gives me a call, we'll have to cut it short.
yeah, no, I understand.
But what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Mr. Putinesca, I heard. Well, Tommy seems to think that you might have what it takes to help us with a little bit of business. We've got some dealings with the Ivory Tower, actually. We're looking at entering into a joint partnership. And while I've got my own family members currently taking care of that situation, we're looking for somebody who might be interested in running it long term. So, no, I don't know you personally, so perhaps you could tell me a little bit about yourself.
I do a lot of freelance work, so to speak. My services generally go to the highest bidder. It could include anything from money laundering, extortion. I've been the occasional leg breaker. Really just about anything you need. The only thing I don't deal in is human trafficking.
You've got a moral stance against human trafficking? Or?
Yeah, just when you see the conditions, it generally isn't pretty. And that's pretty much my only line I draw.
Good to know. You mentioned extortion and money laundering. It's good to know that you've got some background experience in those, since the arrangement would be, as I mentioned, working with the Ivory Tower, seeing what their needs are and making sure that they're provided for and taking care of loose ends.
This is not a clan issue. I'm putting that out there right now.
No, it's fine.
This is not political.
My clients are always confidential with me. I don't care who it is.
That's why I suggested you.
Along with those dealings, I played the strong arm, and I've also played the bodyguard and security, which is what I'm doing here tonight. Tonight I'm dealing with one of the members of the Ivory Tower here tonight.
Really?
Yeah. They're providing this room.
Makes sense.
So you're presently engaged then?
Yeah. I haven't met too many of them. But from what I understand, they may be on the way out.
I've heard.
Who are you working with, out of curiosity? I understand confidential and stuff. I'm just...
McCarthy.
Alex? Alright.
A little bit of bodyguard work tonight.
Well, he was just at the offices a few nights ago.
Oh, okay. Nice to know we have a mutual acquaintance.
So what's your availability look like then with this McCarthy situation?
After this particular job, it's pretty much open unless Sal calls me and tells me I've got a job.
Are we talking a week? Are we talking a month?
I normally check in with him once a week. Most of the time he doesn't have jobs. It's more of a courtesy thing because he helped get me into this, you know. So, but About how out of character, about how often does Sal actually send me out on stuff personally?
Since your embrace, not very often. You were his go-to guy, but now he really only calls you for specialty items.
Yeah. As of right now, I don't get called into service very often. It's kind of the advantage of moving up the ladder. Eventually, once you move up high enough, you can pass on duties that you normally would have had to your subordinates.
Yeah, Lorenzo here just got a big promotion. He just got made. And,
Wow.
But yeah, since the embrace, I've only been called upon maybe once or twice for specialty cases. This just happens to be one of them.
All right. So you said you're working with Sal. Has that been kind of the whole thing? Is you working under Sal all the way?
Yeah, I've been working under him for quite a few years.
Well, Tommy, it sounds like we better talk to Sal before we make any decisions. But
yeah, I guess.
I don't think he really honestly will care who I'm working for as long as I still keep an open ear out for him.
well, that's probably the case. But we're going to do it right, and we're going to show.
Oh,
Sal
I
respect.
understand. No point in stepping on toes when you don't need to.
Exactly. Well, if you're interested, then can I say that you are?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Then a little bit more detail on what's going on, just assuming that everything clears through all right. Apparently, the Camarilla has an establishment called the Penny Dining Club. You ever hear of it?
Context of 5, I'm assuming I've at least heard of it.
You've heard of it. You've never had a chance to go because it's actually rather recently opened. It's a Fang hangout. Yeah.
I've heard of it, never really been there.
It's a little bit of an odd situation compared to what you usually run into. They've got a restaurant set up and a bunch of curtain booths and all that such. You come on in, you look at the menu and all that. It's purely Kindred stuff. You pick out set terms on. It's all in cash. 100%. Nothing else. They don't take other payment. All cash all the time. And it's all volunteer work, you understand, for the vessels too. They're getting paid. They've got their own cut at the top. But they're looking to expand the menu, and assuming that they're looking at their supply getting cut as they are rumored to be less active in the area real soon here. And that's where we come in. I've got connections with some people out of state, and we'll be moving in some vessels for them to choose from. Where you're going to come in a couple weeks or whenever you're off this McCarthy situation, is you're going to go by the diner. You're going to talk to the camis and try to make nice. Find out what they think of the merchandise. Make sure everything goes smooth. That's it. If anything goes wrong with the merchandise, you need to take care of that or give me a call. If anything goes wrong with the Camarilla, smooth it over or give me a call. Pretty basic stuff. Probably won't take you but a couple of hours every night if everything's going well. Now, I'm expecting to hear a question here, but I haven't yet.
Yeah, the one thing that keeps going through my mind is how well does this thing work with their whole masquerade thing? I mean, you think a whole restaurant full of, people intermingling with Kindred wouldn't sit well with the prince or any of his other lackeys.
Well, it's been running for a little while yet, and it doesn't seem to be ruffling any feathers on their side, or if so, I haven't heard of it. But if you want to poke into a few of the details, I don't think that's outside your job description.
No, of course not. I will definitely look into this. I'm very interested in it.
Well, Tommy's got your number, right?
Yeah.
We're going to go to have a little talk with Sal, make sure everything's on the up and up with him. And then, Tommy, why don't you make sure he's got my office number?
Yeah.
Give him one of my cards there.
He pulls out a silver card case and pulls out a very retro business card and hands it over to you.
I'm talking looks like something they printed out back in the 1980s.
It looks like it's something that was printed in the 1960s.
Okay.
Like maybe somebody ordered a huge lot of these business cards in 1958 and has not run out of them yet.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a really hard time keeping hold of this phone number.
See, the beauty of these is I paid 10 cents for every 50 of them.
Crafts. Too much information on the cards.
So, yeah. Well, give me a call when you're ready. But let's go see Sal. Tommy.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's go see Sal.
You have fun with that.
Yeah. You go say hi to Janet. At least.
Yeah, tell Janet I said hi and wish her my best. And good luck on dealing with.
Yeah. You're starting to catch on. Lorenzo's not that common of a name in the circles. It's not something you hear every day, but you've definitely heard Lorenzo from Janet a few times. She likes him a lot. So, we heading straight over there?
Getting down home.
Alright.
Tell me anything about that guy seem a little off to you.
You know, I haven't seen him breathe in a while. Look, I'm sorry.
Shouldn't get fresh.
Well, what do you mean by
I'm
off?
still wearing my shoes. The guy's a mercenary. You didn't ask what's in it for him.
Kind of. He's not. Look, remember when I said he got a promotion? He's a boss. He doesn't have to ask what's in it for him anymore. Thing is, we're about to go down there and talk to a boss's boss. So, if we're going to be negotiating price or anything, it's probably going to be through Sal.
Now that makes sense.
Which is why I wanted to go through Lorenzo instead.
We can't cut Sal out. We're just going to make friction if we do that.
I know. Alright. Do you need to make any stops along the way? Or just heading straight to Fulton?
Hold on, let me think.
Actually, I'm going to have you do it again. This is all I ever do. I'm going to need another...
Composure?
Wits plus awareness.
Wits plus awareness.
Another Tony check.
I really wish there was something better for memory.
Second crit of the night. That's a 5.
Cool. Tommy just said Fulton.
Full.
It's not really a side of town you think about that often, but there was that
something about
legal pad on your desk that you haven't thought about since the incident the other day.
Dispute or something.
You got 5. Sal pushed whoever was... When I say pushed, I mean they were probably...
Down an elevator shaft.
Probably
to a soda machine.
Probably more along the lines of Dustbuster. But that weird ingredients list, that like strange like meth lab list, that was from Fulton.
Yeah. Probably from whoever you rubbed out. But what I was thinking is, what's Moses doing right now?
Why?
Because
Look, I know you love him, and he's a cousin and everything, but he's an idiot.
that's why I'm thinking, what's he doing right now?
Good point.
Right after that, I'm thinking, what's John doing right now?
Well, John's over at the Penny, isn't he?
But I'm not that worried about that. Because
Okay.
John's probably right where I expect him to be. Doing what I expect him to be. And if he's not, he's doing something sensible.
But Moses
So
needs
where's
to be kept on a
Moses?
short leash, yeah. Okay, so we'll head over to the Fulton. And while we're on the way to Fulton, I'll try getting a hold of Moses.
Yeah, whip out your business card and give him a call.
It is a phone, Gramps.
I've picked bigger things out of my teeth than that.
All right.
It's not a phone.
All right, let's go. So about a half an hour has passed, and you've gotten your face put on. You are suitable to arrive.
I've arrived.
You do have a missed text. It's from
Open
DeLuca.
my phone.
It's an address. It
Address.
says, when you get it, send it here.
Again,
Actually-
if you could hear
Actually, more
the sound
more
of my
accurate.
eyes rolling.
More accurately, it's an address, and it says, when you get it, bring it here.
Like I'm a delivery boy. This guy.
The stack of cash you just gave you better arrive.
Arrived. I'm arrived. Whatever. I'm gonna go down the street. I'm gonna go. Sounds like they want this stuff now. He didn't even give me a time frame. Like, All right. Okay, I'm going. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. It's okay. Just breathe. We don't breathe. I'm gonna breathe anyway. I was not in therapy for half of my life to give up on these skills now. Jesus! All right, I got this. I'm gonna walk down the street.
Are you sure you're not playing the Puttanesca? Because they're the ones that are known for the temper.
It's anxiety. I'm a nervous little critter.
You're making everybody else know.
You need to get that face down. All right. So you're heading
straight
over
down the street.
to Black Hat.
I am.
You're heading over to Black Hat.
Top
Thought it was
hat.
Top
but
Hat.
yeah.
God damn.
That's Black Hat.
Yes,
Top
okay.
hat is
So you're heading over to Top Hat,
I guess.
and you're heading over to Top
Yes.
Hat. And where were you heading over?
opening up
Working.
Black Hat.
Oh, you were opening the Black Hat. That's right. That's right.
Too many hats.
Too many hats. Damn it, Hattie. There's too many hats.
There's also too many cats.
I heard too many cats.
Bonnie's a cat.
All right. Since you had to present yourself to arrive,
I did.
Danny, Dan of the Dead here. Do me a favor. Can you explain to me? Like, I know you have to walk there from at least where the gates are, because you can't drive around in the New Orleans district at night on a weekend. You just can't. How do you walk there? Like, physically, are you just like beelining straight there? Or are you just casually going?
Casually going, but I'm definitely, that is my destination.
Okay.
So, like, if something catches my eye, I might stop a second. But I'm not in a rush.
All right.
But I don't have any side stops planned. Put it that way.
You're leaving your store. Levi.
Uh huh.
Is it Levi or Levi?
Depends on my
Alistair.
mood.
Ah, okay. So you're leaving your store, and as you're leaving your store, you catch out of the corner of your eyes a somewhat local celebrity walking down the street.
You did that to yourself.
I did do it to
Oh.
myself.
This is why famous.
It's not like
It's actually worked really well for getting
it's not like
Until 5.
poor.
Four.
it's like a local YouTuber who does
You don't
does
understand.
ghost
You take
hunts and
points, you
things
put it
like
into
that. in the
Fame,
area.
thinking it's going to be great, and then your story teller will start using it.
And they're heading
you paid
straight for the
flaw.
same place you're heading for.
Again, the sound of my eyes is deafening.
It's almost as loud as the sound of the goddamn door chime. No. That happens when Daniela here opens the door to Top Hat.
Dragon's breath is hung
It
up.
is a warbling roar. You've heard it. You never knew really where it came from into the area, unless you've gone around looking in the other occult shops and stuff like that, which you may. But, yeah. There's this thing. You've got a...
In the general mask of disdain that is worn upon his face all day, every day, just a slight eyebrow crook of, the slightest indication of, impressed, maybe. Can I feel that emotion? We don't know.
Yes.
Is it going to make you inhale
with your occult specialty, you'll know straight out what that thing is.
That's why
It's a dragon's breath. It's a Celtic tool that's used to keep like evil spirits at bay. But it's a miniature one. If it was a full one, the door would probably break.
I'm gonna observe. I'll observe that one walking in, see how that
Doesn't jump.
I mean,
It's like I expected it.
Somebody else walking down the street does. 'Cause it scares everybody whenever it goes off. Poor lady last night dropped her hot dog.
It's not the first.
No, won't be the last. Especially since the person who vends the hot dogs during events typically sets up right there, so people drop their stuff and they have to buy
New ones.
The local pros set up right there.
Yeah. It's a hot dog vendor called You've Been Warned.
Yeah, I take a minute.
Discworld.
I take a moment to recompose.
On a stick.
That slight eyebrow
stick.
twitch, and
With mustard.
I saunter in.
Okay. So you walk in. A few seconds later, that god-awful sound happens again.
Look around, I go, oh!
Not knowing what
Somebody
exactly
else?
you're talking about, I'm just imagining like terminal didgeridoo.
Think more like a gong.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's more like a gong, but like it
warble
reverberates
gong,
so
Like
much.
a didgeridoo gong?
It's
No, the wah, wah, wah.
how did I not name my Pokemon
Who's that?
Didgeridoo?
Yeah. Who's that? Pokemon?
How did I not name my Dugong Didgeridoo? I am disappointed in
How
myself.
did I not?
All right. So yeah, you walk in, and this is the most cramped, obnoxious store you've ever been on. First off, when you walk in, you come face to face with this 8.5-foot tall statue of Saint Lazarus standing on a completely empty fountain filled with like pocket change and money, and he's got some dollar bills shoved into his hands.
I'll pull a 20 out of my pocket and throw it in.
Okay. The shelves in here are all handmade.
I'm sure I've been in
Rough
here
wood.
before, because there is no way I did not scope every single remotely occult shop in this fair city before I
Okay.
acquired mine.
There's a plate. It's a piece of metal, really, with the Hecata symbol on it with a candle so that it forces it up onto the wall in a shadow, in a flickering shadow.
Nice.
And there's a relatively handsome, middle-aged black man who's wearing formal clothing wrong, but it looks good on him. He's wearing like a black and white vertical striped shirt with a tux jacket over it. There is, in fact, a top hat hanging on a nail on the wall. There's a really nice cane up against the wall on the other side, like up against the wall as well. Whistler's here.
Good. One of the two potential people I was looking for.
Daniela.
We did some looking into the
Gong goes off. This one
over
walks
that
in.
thing. Looks over to see who just walked in.
I'm assuming the proprietor is familiar with me.
You haven't been around that long.
Okay.
He might know you as a fellow shop.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as a... Yeah.
He looks at you, and in his very deep Caribbean accented voice, the competition has arrived.
There's no competition.
It's Tross, right?
As he says that, though, it's said in a tone that both says, because obviously you are better than everyone, and simultaneously somehow says, because nobody is competition to me. Just to clarify. Okay, moving on.
You guys carry very different items.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it works. It's smooth. I can roll for it if you like, but
He looks back over to Daniela and then back over to you. What can we help you with?
we deal in different things.
Yes.
I'm
Mine are authentic.
Daddy can't help but laugh at
That's
that.
why-
Watching this.
I appreciate you. Because I like authentic things.
Yes. How are the crystal sales?
That
There's
girl,
just this like nagging prodding, but you can also feel the playfulness.
yeah.
You've picked up on this too, the little bit that you've spent with him, that he tends to like do things to aggravate
He likes to
people.
wind people up,
He
but
does.
not maliciously.
Catty.
There's a lot of neck, head movements happening right now.
In the old system, his demeanor would be eye of the storm.
I don't know what that means, but fair enough.
I mean,
It means that there's chaos around
I
you,
just,
but you're
I
calm.
just don't
Standing
deal
up
with
to
the
the
day
challenge
to
of his
day
right
in that
leg.
same way now,
Mhm.
considering my condition. Things have changed a little bit.
And because I didn't get a description, what am I looking at?
Okay,
Can I
so
look
you're
at you?
looking at you're looking at a very androgynous style person,
Final
but
Fantasy
leans
11.
masculine.
Okay.
Has
10.
messed up hair, but it's done.
Okay.
It's gelled and styled, but you're pretty sure somebody woke up like that. But
The professionally done bedhead.
it
guy.
is professionally done bedhead.
They spent a lot of time trying to make it look like they didn't do anything with
Yeah.
Full, I mean, like, they appear, at least in the face, to have a pleasant complexion for their skin, some
perfect outfit,
rosy-ish cheeks. They have enough makeup on to look like they're not wearing any makeup.
Okay.
So, for what that's worth, yes, sunglasses on at night. And some sort of kilt-like situation.
Wet pants.
But no,
No pants.
no, because I was going out. Like, that's what I threw on, because that's what I found first.
Okay.
And some kind of oversized shirt situation.
It's like a
And they
sweater.
carry themselves with lots of hand movements and just muchness.
There's not enough room
There's
here
a
for your
lot.
personality. Seriously, if you let your
Yes.
personality out, you're gonna knock shit off the shelf.
And then you'll have to pay for it.
I am contained.
Good.
I am in the market for some. He's gonna say it correctly. This
Gypsum
player
weed.
keeps messing it up.
Gypsum weed.
Jimson.
Jimson weed.
Yeah. Yeah. Jim's son weed.
Okay.
So, that's how it's spelled.
No, that's correct.
There's some loose paper on the counter. You're over by the front door, right?
I mean, I would have been moving inward toward people because I'm not going to yell across the store
Yeah.
about what I want.
It is just us in the store at the
Yeah.
moment.
I mean, I would have been doing some like.
You're gonna get a suspicious look from me.
He writes, just like not even looking, so it's like really crappy handwriting. He writes Kindred on a piece of paper and slides it over to you.
Huh. Huh.
So you're looking for Jim's?
Indeed, I am.
Why?
Customer? Why else?
You know it's not the most legal thing to sell.
That's what I've heard. But
Who's looking for a Jimson weed?
a customer. But I know that you can get things because you are authentic.
That. Sorry to be interrupting, but
Yeah.
I was coming here to talk to you about something that kind of touches on that.
And who are you? I thought you were with him. What can we do for... What? So, that touches on that?
Potentially. That's why I was wondering who was looking for it.
I am looking for it. Clearly, I'm the one asking.
That is a very strong hallucinogen. Maybe your customer would just be interested in shrooms.
Maybe, but... That's not what they asked for. So... Is it something you are able to provide, or...
What's in it for me?
Money? Fame? Fortune? What would you like?
I think we're all on a higher level of payment here.
Ah. All of us?
All of us.
All of us. I can get things.
Can you get things that I can't?
Of course I can. We all have our ways and talents and
I don't need quartz.
relationships. I didn't expect that you needed quartz. No one really needs quartz. Yet everybody thinks that they need... That's how you... money. Anyway.
It's shiny.
I also don't need a salt lamp.
Are you sure? Have you tried a salt lamp? What about an enchanted salt lamp?
My interest is fading.
I assume that you mean blood. Guessing. I don't know. Kind of new here.
So are you the new Uber Eats of the area?
No. No, most certainly not. That is not on brand for me. Not at all. But I can get things. Again, what would you like?
He reaches under the table and pulls out a box. It's old, dusty, lots of carvings all over it. Nothing that's really catching your attention as like any type of occult symbolism or anything like that. But he opens it and he has a stack of really old, well-used, worn cards. And takes them out, shuffles them
Watching with great interest.
dexterity that is impressive. If this guy was in Vegas, he could hustle with the best of them.
If I use Sense the Unseen, will I go blind in this store?
That's a fair question.
Will you go blind in this store? I don't think you'll go blind, but are you using Sense the Unseen?
I am now, as soon
Let's
as he
find
pulled out
out.
the deck.
We're gonna trip into the
He, there's
It's crowded.
there's definitely an energy coming from his hands. All of the shadows seem sentient when you're using Sense the Unseen, and they're all watching you. There's various things in this room that just kind of call for attention. And he puts the deck of cards down. He forms them into a bit of a bridge, stretching out across the desk or the counter, and pushes them from one side to the other. Puts them back into a nice, neat deck and puts them in front of you. Cut.
Danny's making no secret of watching this.
I don't generally follow orders.
I don't generally get ginseng.
Fair. Cut.
And he turns over the first card that was in the center of the desk. And, well, if it is not the death card,
I mean,
it's a very interesting death card. It's a man with a skull painted on his face, very familiar to the one who's standing in front of you. Except the makeup on his face. His clothes are much more formal. Top hat on his head with a burning plantation house behind it. I will get you a Jimson if you tell me who's it for.
technically it's for DeLuca.
DeLuca Giovanni?
That's who asked me to get it.
He could be very well planning on having someone drink it and then him drinking them. He's a lush.
Fair. Just so it's not connected to points towards the burning plantation behind the card.
Picks the deck back up. Brings it back over to him. DeLuca. Come back tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Sunday. Come back Monday. And I'll be able to get you your Jimson.
Thank you. I'll be back Monday. I will saunter out of the store. I guess it was nice to meet you.
God awful sound.
before I leave, I'll like turn around and say something mostly condescending about like
We can't
having
hear it over the thing
yeah.
if you've already opened it.
No, I'm going to walk away
Then
turn back and be like, and I guess it was nice meeting you too, and walk out.
Okay.
There were no name
Didn't catch
exchanges.
anybody's name, but
Yeah.
fair enough. You'll get that back.
Then I'll open the door.
As soon as you're gone, he takes his deck and he turns it over with that death card on the very bottom. And then he opens up the deck across and every single one of those cards. It's the exact same card.
That's a pretty good trick.
Puts them back in the box. It's in the box.
Was doing some looking into the foundation, the McCarthy Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just blood that they research.
Go on.
They do research all around the world: Africa, South America, the Caribbean, Asia, all over the place. And two of the pieces of research that caught my eye, which is, you'll see why this is important in a second. Marine biology off of Haiti, fungus in Brazil. The workers at the construction site are stumbling around, a lot like zombies, but they do not come up as magical when I looked at them.
You think he's poisoning them?
I think he may be poisoning them. Now, if you're looking at marine biology off of Haiti, that you could be looking at pufferfish, which is a toxin that can cause...
I'm well aware of
yeah.
what it can cause.
And fungus in Brazil, you're looking at the zombie ants. And now we've got Jimson weed on the table, which also used in zombie stuff. There's an awful lot of medicinal zombie things all of a sudden popping up.
That is not the part of the pharmacy I want to go in.
No.
Medicinal zombies.
As opposed to the other sort.
No, I do get what you're concerned. Do you believe that DeLuca may be involved with McCarthy?
I don't know who DeLuca is.
DeLuca Giovanni is
I know the name Giovanni, but that's about as far as my knowledge
more
goes.
cousins.
More cousins? How many cousins do we have in this city?
Too damn many. And it looks like we just might have met another one that I have not been introduced to yet. Which means DeLuca has some explaining to do.
Fair. Yes. Well, I hope our cousins aren't involved. But it's a little too coincidental for my liking. And the big question I've got is, where is he getting the humans to turn into these medicinal zombies? Because you've got to be alive for that to work.
Yes. Yeah.
Text message for Whistler.
Mm-hmm.
Confirmation from Skelly Eye. Absolutely him.
It is definitely Alexander McCarthy. The same one.
P.S. He's on the move.
Going to text back that a young Kindred just walked into my store asking for Jimson weed.
After I left, I'm texting DeLuca back. I'll have it Monday. Or just Monday. Probably. Too many
You
letters.
just get back. My pride and joy.
About 20 seconds after that text, that front door opened. slender, dark complexion woman with her hair pulled back will just literally look at it and then just approach Whistler. Hey. That might explain that whole scene that I saw play out.
What scene?
You're just tearing somebody up one side and down the other over how he's using this lint roller. Real slow like when you're programming a dog. There's a couple of them.
What?
McCarthy has a couple of...
It's my best guess, but then you said Jimson's reading. Yeah, it seems like.
Do you... What else are they using? Do you know? Because Jimson weed...
It's your brother.
It's a hallucinogen. It can make people very suggestible.
There.
But it's not something that you can continuously give to somebody and actually have them do things for you. They'll eventually just get sick.
I don't know, but there's a bunch of people shambling around out at the construction site. Like, it's just a theory at this stage, but somebody actually looking for Jimson weed
Yeah.
kind of helps confirm it.
The McCarthy Foundation...
Oh, wait, who's looking for Jimson's weed?
What's the name of your store?
Black cat, the dog.
Oh my god, no more hats.
Cat, the dog.
Cat in the hat.
What's the name of your call store? The baseball cat!
Sorry.
The witch's hat. No. That's a good question.
You gonna sneak Apothecary in there somewhere?
Rose Apothecary?
Are you really?
Apothecary?
Apothecary.
Apothecary.
Welcome to
Nice.
Apothecary. That's cute,
Nice.
actually.
Have a
It would be
1 foot
something
crab
really
because people would
pretentious.
think it's a dispensary and
and
walk out with
it probably is apothecary. Well, no, because we're more occult items. It would be some Latin-y bullshit.
Okay. You know that store that nobody can pronounce the name of down the
That
road?
one?
Yes?
Yeah,
Yeah, the proprietor of that one, who happens to be embraced.
never noticed that.
Neither have I. Didn't notice until tonight, and they came in.
Is this
How
all
much do they
street
want?
vampires at this rate?
It's feeling like a little bit of an overcrowding in the district.
Because now we've got
How
3
much?
stores.
How much?
Handful.
Didn't give me
Pounds?
an amount.
That's on brand.
You would think that if you want a big group controlled, you would need, more than just a coffee cup full.
Hmm. If they're just asking for dried flowers.
Or maybe it's just bullshit.
This could be all one
Bullshit. Just
unlikely coincidence, but
I don't believe in coincidence, but I
neither
do
do I.
believe in the look over here bits. Look at this. Look what's happening. Look how obvious it is.
you think this is a distraction?
I think it's a weird thing for somebody to just come in and ask for out of the blue, especially coming directly to you. You could probably go on Amazon and get that. Hell, I could get it on Amazon right now. Just have it shipped over, grow it myself. There's 100 different ways. Why
As long as they
come
don't
in
send
here?
you random weeds from China.
Fair enough, but why come in here? With an unspecified amount? Just say, go give me this plant. It's highly illegal and toxic. Come on. I think a lot of what we've seen has been done for show. And if he really didn't want us to see something, we haven't noticed
Oh,
it.
he's definitely rubbing it in our faces.
Absolutely.
I'm a little concerned
It's
that
a sign
apparently
it-
Cousin's involved in it now.
What do you mean now they have been?
Yes, apparently DeLuca Giovanni is involved in this.
That's who's looking
On
for the
what
Jimson
ends?
weed.
He's the one looking for it, yes.
What the hell's going on?
That's what I want to know too.
Okay. Maybe a couple of us should get together and have a conversation.
So, DeLuca is looking for Jimson weed. McCarthy has hired the Putinesca as a bodyguard.
Go, yeah.
And there's some delirious workers over at the, at
That's
the site.
one way to put it, yeah.
And the McCarthy Foundation seems to be researching into stuff that causes zombies through medicinal means.
Like what?
fungus from Brazil, marine biology from Haiti.
I heard a little bit about this, so I was just
Yeah.
wondering what you heard. Okay.
That's what I've heard.
Again, this is like super obvious. I'm seriously not ready to swallow this. This is all front page. Hey, look what I'm doing. He's up to some shit.
He's a toreador.
I get it, flaunting, but
They live to show off.
And the workers are not being his magic, but they're certainly shuffling around like zombies.
I just really can't see the camera sitting back and saying that it's A-okay for him to literally be drugging and enslaving hordes of people.
How many Camarilla know about this?
And what proof do we have?
That's actually the one thing that I'm concerned about is if we act on this.
Yeah, if we even open our mouths, we look like complete idiots.
Well, I've
And he
spoken
wins
with
either way, because if we don't say anything, he can just...
I've spoken
go
with
forward.
Anya, and she's worried about this being politically overstepping.
I'm not really inclined to disagree with her.
I just
also
want to
may
know where
worry-
these workers are coming from, because there's a bunch of them. And if he's poisoning that many people, that's got to be flagging up stuff on the law enforcement side
There's
of things.
tons of complaints going on about how a whole lot of our people are just up and missing.
A whole lot of who
From
would-
tent cities, people just don't come home. That's not right.
Was that on those?
The tent cities, there's just random people that just have been going missing left and right.
That might be where the workers
Men.
are coming from.
Like big men, that's how it was described.
That's almost definitely where the workers are coming from then.
Again, it's all so like cut and dry. It's Scooby Gang, it's so obvious.
You ever hear
But
of
is he
Occam's
do-
razor?
But is he doing anything wrong? Is he doing anything we can pin him on? Is he breaking any rules at all?
He's not breaking any of their traditions.
Exactly. So there's nothing we can do right now. I know their traditions are very specific and has nothing to do with enslaving people on one side or the other.
What are you two doing tonight?
Just keep an eye on the store.
Was gonna potentially scope out a new place for a video, but that can wait.
I may have something.
Yeah, I can see the
All right.
store from here.
Give me half an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
Go do what you're going to do, and if I can get this situated, it will be within a half an hour.
By the way, so you ran up to talk to Piddick.
Henry. Yes, I did talk to Henry. Henry is Henry is unaware of any illegal molliation within the city.
Okay.
Who's Henry?
You know how the Camarilla has their princes? The Wraiths have what are known as Death Lords.
Right, you mentioned that briefly.
Henry is the Death Lord of Portland.
Huh.
It was uncomfortable to speak with him
Imagine.
because I had to go to the Piddick, which means I had to ask permission to be on the property by its owner. And I don't enjoy speaking with the flesh crafters. I don't think he does, though.
Like, he abstains?
He seemed more like a very old venture, more than anything else. He was very big into presentation and hospitality.
Well, that's good. I was half concerned you weren't coming back from up there. Anya had me just going.
He is older than I am, but he is fair. Give me half an hour. He's gonna go into the back room,
No wonder the Pinnock Mansion said it'd be so haunted.
It's the very definition of haunted. Super full.
Now, Lorenzo. Not long after your guests leave, you are instructed to drive back over to the worksite.
Okay. I'm going to...
With McCarthy. Obviously, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to grab my gear, because obviously I'm not going to leave that stuff where people can just, steal out of my truck.
Mm-hmm. He's going to ask you to drive a different way, though.
Okay.
He wants you to go through the Pearl District because he needs to stop off at the Penny Diners Club.
All right. No problem. All right. So I'll go downstairs, grab the car. I'll pull it around for him. Once I reach the front of the Benson, I'll get out of the car, open up the front door for him, or back door, and wait for him to get in.
Okay. You did not see him until you brought the car around for McCarthy, but that same guy that he met at the construction site yesterday is there, and he's getting in the back of the car too.
Okay.
So,
and I would have stowed away my gear into the trunk, of course. After they're in, close the door, and heading through to the Penny Dining Club.
okay. We're heading over to Fulton. Tommy's driving your Cadillac over to Fulton. Now, are you a back seat passenger or are you a front seat passenger?
Front seat.
Okay. All right. So,
Anything on the postage stamp yet?
anything on the postage stamp?
He's supposed to be calling Moses.
Yeah, actually, he gets in the car and he calls Moses, and it's on the car radio and everything. He's got a cassette tape that plugs into his phone, and then plugs into the
Okay. Like this, there's no way this
classic.
Cadillac.
no. There's no Bluetooth on your Cadillac. No, he's
still Deacon's Cadillac.
all you old people drive the same damn car.
See, somebody blew this car up, but it's a class.
It wasn't blown up.
That one,
In fact, I'm pretty sure there's a moped in the trunk. No, I doubt
If
that.
somebody blew up Deacon's car, he would have sensed it all the way from
Actually,
where he's at. It would have
considering the fact,
War.
considering the fact that we probably got this car from Sal when you moved here.
Oh, I figured that just made someone drive my car.
Oh, okay, that's cool too. If you had got it from Sal, there's a good chance this would be Deacon's car
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
because he definitely would have stolen that.
Yeah.
All right.
Funny.
So we drive your caddy, and he calls Moses on the phone. Moses is at your office going through paperwork, as is his job. He is actually doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Fantastic. Moses, I need you to do me something here.
Sure thing, sir.
Okay. So I need you to go into my office. Plop down in the chair. Reach down in the middle drawer right there. Pop that on open. Alright, so there's a bag of Snickers in there. Grab a couple in there. I know you're going to steal a few. Just go ahead. You think I can't count. I know you love them. But underneath that, there's a yellow legal pad.
Uh-huh.
I want you to grab that too. And a couple extra bars. And I need you to meet us down at Sal's here in a minute.
Okay. He's talking with his mouth full. He's probably already got Snickers in his mouth. You sure?
Are you talking with your mouth full?
You
on
sure
the
I could
phone?
have one?
Moses.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean right this instant. You're on the phone.
All right. So legal pad, fog juice. This
yeah,
one.
that thing.
All right. Do you need me to stop off at a party store and get you some fog juice?
Sure. See what you can pick up off of that list easily.
Alright. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is.
A rain gauge?
I didn't pick this stuff, man.
Alright.
That's not my writing, and you know it.
So pick this stuff up and head over to...
That's not quite what I said. Whatever's easy to pick up.
Alright, well, if there was a Walmart in this town, I could probably just pick it up in one shot, but this is going to take a couple shots.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you in a bit then.
Alright. Yes, sir. And he'll hang up. He's got a good heart, Gramps.
He's not a bad kid. He just doesn't think things through.
Yeah, but if his mom named him after things that landed on his head as a child, his name would be Brick.
Actually, it'd be plate, wouldn't it?
Did she really drop a plate on his head?
A?
Are you serious?
Drop or smash.
They were doing dishes, is what I hear. There was a stack of crockery on the. Anyway,
This is going places I didn't expect it to.
nah, that's okay. Shoe.
Son of a sneeze.
Johnny starts laughing when you call him Shoe. And it doesn't take long for you to get from downtown to the Fulton area. You are in the obviously kind of a cruddier side of town.
It's
You actually
Fulton.
pass another shop that says "Not a Chop Shop Auto."
That was a joke, and you know it.
Yeah, but it's stuck. But it doesn't take long for you to get to another car place that has a
Where's
really
my address
cheap.
book?
It has a really cheap chain link fence around it, barbed wire, lots of cars parked in the, the show area.
Oh, that's a nice candy.
It's actually kind of funny because there's a lot of wow, these are a bunch of hunks of junk. But then towards the back, you can see this big, almost aviation garage.
Oh, like a Quonset hut.
Yeah. And the very wide garage door is open, and you just see so many beautiful, shiny, pristine black SUVs just lining the inside of that. There's a couple people walking around in there. It's not just open. But Tommy pulls in. He parks right outside of a trailer that's parked in there. It's one of those, business trailers. And he opens the door. It's a thing. Stop giggling. It's a business trailer. It doesn't, not living trailer.
Is the
Ignore the
business
fact
in
that it
the
has
back,
wheels.
or
Yeah.
is it in the front?
The business is in the back.
Weird.
You have to walk up a concrete, molded staircase that has a really crappy wiggly handrail. But when you get in, you are greeted by the smiling face of your granddaughter.
Janet, come here.
She gives you a hug, kisses you on the cheek. She takes a second to comment on how cold you are. You okay?
Just fine, just fine.
She's she's obviously shaken by what she's realizing.
So how's work been?
It's work.
You seen any of that Lorenzo kid?
Well, he was in here last night.
I was just talking to him, actually. We came by because I needed to talk to Sal about him real quick.
Well, Mr. Putinesca is in his office. She gives you this big, forced smile.
I'm gonna get my patented insight check going.
Oh, your insight check, yeah.
Insight plus what?
I would say, since you're specifically looking for it,
I'm probing for attitude towards
it's going to be
Sal and
intelligence.
Lorenzo here.
Your intelligence plus insight. Can I? Yeah, I want to try.
There you go. It's not bad.
We're apparently trying some
Pumpkin spice moonshine.
authentic Smoky Mountain pumpkin spice moonshine.
From Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna get a time.
My mom lives about an hour from the Tennessee state
Ooh,
line.
that is
It's
some-
it tastes.
Is
You know it's
Spicy.
going to be good when it comes out of a mason jar.
Whoa!
It tastes as strong as it smells too.
That smells like cough syrup.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Like, it's actually not bad, but you can definitely feel the burn.
I like scotch. Scotch. Going in my belly. It's like the best quote ever.
We watched Anchorman for the first time last night.
Oh, I've never
my
seen it.
God.
That would explain it.
It's like pumpkin flavored Windex.
Yes,
Excellent. I'm a little excited.
it's cinnamon Windex.
Intermission, apparently.
That is
Where
the
are we
best.
at?
We're waiting for
label.
Grandpa over there to throw his insight roll.
Yeah.
Top hat on this
4.
owl. That's adorable. Sorry.
For once,
4.
not a crit.
She is obviously
Oh man, that is something.
holding back.
Packs a kick.
She's obviously holding back
Yeah,
a lot of
I'm glad
unhappiness.
I'm sharing that.
Your granddaughter is not doing well here.
And the Lorenzos. And the Lorenzo bit.
You could tell that she lit up a little bit. She blushed a little when you mentioned Lorenzo. I like how
Someone's gotta cry.
Gwen's eyebrows just go up whenever I mention this NPC.
His NPC has a crush on you.
Lorenzo and Jan.
That's your granddaughter, Beans.
Are you?
I'm really enjoying the interplay of relationships of these SPCs versus the PCs. Like it's very interesting.
And I'm also here.
And you're also, I don't think you're capable of having
I'm not.
I don't know, you and Alexis are
Her name is Alba.
Is it Alba?
It's Alba.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
We share the same last name. Tross.
Oh, that's right, her name's Albatross.
Oh God!
I forgot about that.
Those sort of parents got it.
Alright, so Sal's in his office.
Yeah. I'll show you in. She knocks and you hear this. What? Fucking voice of 1,000 cigars.
At least
That
smells
sounds like a
about
discipline.
1,000 cigars.
Mask of 1,000 faces.
Voice of 1,000 cigars. It's Melpomene that gives you laryngitis. Anyway, so
Sound like Tom Waits.
she knocks.
All jazz on.
She opens up the door, and you've seen Sal, but every time you see Sal, it's a shock. How can a person have let himself go this far before the embrace? He's
Knowing that the embrace is just going to cement that forever. Wouldn't you go to a gym for like a month or two at least, right before?
I'd say let your beard grow out as far as possible. That way you can change with the times. So when you walk in, lights dim. It's uncomfortable in here. Big old ashtray full of cigar butts, and he's got one burning there right now. Might as well just be the nastiest fattest incense stick ever. He's wearing sunglasses, even though the light's dim. Tracksuit, velour tracksuit.
Gold chains.
Gold chains. Indeed, he does have gold chains. Mm-hmm. He's
Just wow.
We subscribe
Walking
to the same
stereotype.
magazine. Gold chains monthly.
Gold chains monthly. Yes. There's a copy of Why the Hell Are You Wearing That weekly on his coffee. No. Anyway, he stands up and he extends his right hand when he notices that you're here.
Mr. Putin.
Whole demeanor changes when he realizes you're here. He hefts himself up, quite agile, strangely enough for the shape of him, and he extends his right hand. It's hard not to notice the ruby that catches whatever little light that's in the room that's on the nub of the pinky finger that's barely even there after they cut it off. He goes, Milner, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Grating feeling when he pronounces your last name wrong.
Do you mind if I smoke?
No, please, go ahead. What do you want?
So, I came over. I was just talking to Lorenzo a minute ago.
What'd Spanky do?
Nothing as far as I know. But I was talking to him. He mentioned that he was in your employ.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it was best to come by and talk to you as well. Because I was thinking of using him to help me for a little while with a deal that I've got going.
Well, he's on a job currently.
So he said might be a week or two before he could start.
I don't know. Whenever McCarthy's done with him.
Exactly. Well, I've got somebody holding the bench till he's free.
All right.
But, like I said, I didn't want to leave you out of the loop on this.
That's a large ticket item, Lorenzo. He's got a lot under him.
I hear he's doing well. He's been working for you for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Just been made.
Yeah, he did a big favor for the family.
That's outstanding. He might be just what I'm looking for.
All right. What are we looking at?
There's a place the Camarillas got that they're wanting some inventory from me. You might have heard of it. It's called the Penny Dining Club.
Yeah.
So, I'm thinking, working with the Cam on this, okay, sure, we get a pretty decent split off of them. But somebody's going to need to watch distribution and keep an eye on things. So, I ask around, and Lorenzo's name's what comes up. Apparently he's doing well. Thinking this might be a good move for his career long term. If he's, open for that.
Are you still working in the system?
You know it.
Does this have anything to do with that?
Where do you think the inventory's coming from? Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So we've been working with Valentino through our supplies. Is the young, what are they fucking called? Piss knobs? Is it Valentino piss knob?
Wow.
No love lost there.
So, he's been supplying us fairly well. You might want to talk to him, actually. He might help you out with a couple of things. Because I know you handle a lot of farm fresh product. Put it that way. He handles more Lunchables. To-go bags, you could say.
Well, I don't know if that would help with this particular item, but I think I can think of where I could fit that in. Because this is going to be drawing off some of the farm fresh. We're going to have to move canned goods to where we would have sent those.
Canned goods, I like that. Canned goods. He actually writes it down. Canned goods. Anyway, so the reason I'm saying that is because, I mean, you've had doggy bags, I'm sure.
A couple.
They're not as good. It's not something you want to... You don't want McDonald's every damn day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean by that?
That's a taste they like, but yeah, not usually.
Yeah, no one with taste likes that taste. What I'm saying is, you cut me in on the circulatory system, and I will work with you to get Lorenzo under your employ.
All right, what are we talking about? We're talking a split inventory, or are we talking assets?
Talking... Lorenzo's a very on-demand commodity.
Right. And if he's as good as he sounds...
Time freeze for a second. Out of character. How does it feel to be talked about like this?
You know, it could be worse.
At least they're all nice things. That's
because they don't want me to come back and have to break their legs.
That's true, yes.
And then force them to heal it
Alright.
in the wrong direction.
Alright, so
Again.
let's put it this way. Payment's twofold for Lorenzo. We need a cut of product for a circulatory system. Second, I've seen what the boys in the circulatory system drive around in.
Ah.
You could go for an upgrade.
You want them to procure through you.
I have... Ignore the shit stock out front. The stuff in the back is where it's at.
Is that aircraft hangar the front or the back here?
That's the back.
That's the back.
Full on, fully armored, bulletproof glass. Know that stuff? Can't remember what it's called. That stuff. You know what I'm talking about? That stuff? It's so fucking hard to talk to Sal.
Hold on. Insight check.
Yeah.
What's paired with that?
This is gonna have to be wits plus insight because he's just kind of throwing
stuff.
pasta on the wall and hoping he finds a sandwich. Like, five. Okay. He's talking about glass, and he's talking about that stuff. Somehow, you are gonna piece it together that he's talking about that fucking stuff that they were gonna make the space shuttle windows out of, but they lost the formula for.
That stuff.
That stuff.
I know the stuff.
You know the stuff I'm talking about.
Stuff.
That stuff. So the reason
How
why
the hell did you get that? No, it's okay.
you want to know?
I want to know, but I don't necessarily want to know how much it's going to cost me to know.
You got a good point. Luckily, I like to brag. So what happened was, we worked with the guy who was in development, and then we made him forget it, and we took the formula.
You're making cars out of that stuff.
I'm making the windows out of that stuff. Will not crack.
You genius.
Will not crack with a rocket launcher. I saw a Bruja come after one of my boys, a fucking Bruja, with, get this shit, boat anchors on a chain. This thin this string bean motherfucker,
This is not me.
bald, with fucking, with fucking boat anchors, like Popeye the goddamn sailor, fucking pointing at us, didn't make a fucking scratch.
The motherfucker
You know what
had
we did make a
anchor check-
scratch on? Scratch and dent. Trent scratch and dent when we blew that motherfucker up. That. He couldn't touch our stuff.
We got to get that. I know a guy. I'll talk
good.
to him. I'll talk.
Good, thank you. Can't.
Nuts.
I feel
I
basic.
Can only have a
I
very
feel
small
basic
amount
enough.
of time.
I'll probably have more once I finish one.
But anyway, yeah, we have that.
I know
You cut
just
us-
the guy.
You cut us in on the cars, on the on that, and then you get us some of the product, and we will talk. And then we can just cut out the piss knob. That is my new goddamn favorite phrase. He writes it down.
Cut the
Cut
piss
out
knob.
the piss knob.
Sounds kind of Jewish, doesn't it?
It does. I think he's Mexican.
Nah. Cut the piss knob.
Oh no, I gotcha.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, what are we talking about for percentages? Dickering ensues.
Dickering. Dickering. He writes that down too. Dickering the piss knob. Okay.
God.
All right. Don't look at me like that, Cole. You said
I wasn't
penis
looking at
snake
you
last
at
week.
all. It's looking off screen.
I'm just picturing that one scene from Men in Tights.
Well, why don't we see how many tractors your farm upstate needs?
I'm planning on getting the word out for you.
Good.
Most certainly. Because especially if it's as good as you say, we're going to be light years ahead of everybody else.
If you would like to know, take your grandkid here, take him up back, give him a crowbar, and let him take a couple whacks.
I may. That'd be fun to watch. So we'll do business on that. Then that's it. You just want the word in. You want your foot in the door on sales there, and I can work with
People see my product, and I get the shit that I want.
People see that product in that place. They're going to be breaking your doors down looking for more.
Exactly.
Everybody's going to want it.
I can supply a fleet.
I like it. I think we got a deal.
Good. Shakes your hand. That uncomfortable nub rubbing against the palm. It's just uncomfortable. Because he seems to intentionally just rub it in there.
You can ignore a lot for business.
Yeah.
Sal absolutely is the guy at the beach in the gold Speedo.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, with
Unfortunately
Sal,
so.
you can't see the Speedo.
Oh, fun.
I've
Not
seen
for the
those
hair.
guys too. Not for the hairs, but yeah. Yeah.
You wish it were just the hair.
You wish it
Yeah.
was.
Oh my god, you guys.
Sal's a disgusting human. What do you
He
want?
really is.
Well, he's not a human, but
That's true.
But nothing's changed.
But he was.
Barely.
Preserved for all eternity.
Gold Speedo, gold chain.
Well, I love the way you think, Sal. It's lovely doing business with you, and I'm looking forward to this working out.
Okay. Sounds good. You head out.
Ease out the door.
You head out. Tommy automatically starts asking Janet if she needs anything. She says no. He pushes, she slaps him. It's just kind of their thing. They are twins. She gives you a hug.
Take care of yourself, Janet. You know you can call.
Yeah.
On the way out of the trailer. So, Tommy, Sal made me an interesting offer that regarded you, actually. So, he said, quite, and I'm no joke, quite specifically, if you want to take a crowbar, try out one of these new cars of his.
If I break that, he's going to break my legs.
He said you can't.
Yeah, but if he's wrong. Did you ever see that interview with that guy who's like, these glasses are unbreakable?
I get you.
And he just kept pushing it, and then the guy just snapped him in half.
I get you, but this is business. Because he wants me to sell these things to the system. And if they don't work out, I need to know right now that I'm giving them a bum steer.
I All right.
So I'm taking responsibility on this.
All right. He starts walking over to the hangar. He takes off his coat and has a couple of words with the guys inside who start laughing at him, and they put their hands up and surrender and kind of laugh as he walks over. One of them hands him a fucking crowbar. And he Tommy's not weak. He's got some strength on him. And he's actually he likes to consider himself, he said it, old school. He's got some potence on him. He gives it a nice batter swing.
It's just fun whenever someone like that young says anything about the old school.
Yeah. You know what it means. Thank you. But he takes a nice batter swing at the rear window. And there's a white streak across the glass. And he has this nervous look on his face, and he looks back at you, and he looks back at the car, and he walks over and rubs it with his sleeve, and sure as hell comes right off. And you notice that there's a chip missing out of the crowbar.
That's pretty fantastic, Tommy. Good work. That'll buff right out. Don't worry about it.
He hands the crowbar back. You hear some obnoxious chirp. And looks at his phone. And he goes, we gotta go to Sonny's.
Sonny Black.
Yeah.
Why we gotta go to Sonny's?
I don't know. But he said to bring you.
Of course he said bring me.
You haven't seen him since your embrace.
You really think that's going to make anything better?
No, he's still a dick.
Might as well get it over with.
Okay. While you're sitting outside waiting at the Penny Diners Club, because you were not invited to go in, Lorenzo's phone, the one Sal gave you, chirps for the second time. 2 nights in a row.
All right, I'll pick up.
Hey, there are some things in the works. You know a guy named Paul Milner?
Yeah, it's just
Outright mispronounces every goddamn thing.
I just spoke to him.
Yeah. All right, so we now have a third and fourth thing to discuss. On top of the whole Angelica whatever thing and the McCarthy thing. And then there's the Milner thing. I need you to head over to Frankie's place. It's that restaurant over in St. John's. Obviously, do what you need to do. But try to slip away with McCarthy's permission. Don't just abandon. If you can't get the permission, you just don't go. But if you can get down to St. John's, I need you to head on over to Frankie's place.
You know how long that will take?
I have no freaking clue. But it's important. Like, higher up's important.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. You're going to get a text. Unknown number. It says, you are cordially invited to the finest restaurant in town. Frankie's Place in St. John. Address. It's an interesting place. It's a Frank Sinatra style.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now I have to get ready again.
Apparently the owner, like, sings to the
Yeah.
guests. Apparently every night before they close, he sings, "I did it my way."
Is there any indication of dress code for this place in the invitation? Or what do I know about how one should appear in this place?
Yeah, you know it's like a 1950s, 60s upscale New Yorkish Chicago style lounge kind of thing. It's not really like it's a black tie formal affair, but it's definitely a place that would probably send you home if you weren't wearing like a jacket or something like that.
Forgot what I was already wearing, but I'm gonna go back.
Black sweater that's a little bit too big for you.
Yeah, and a kilt
And a
situation. Leaving the kilt on, I go. I'm already at the back in my personal area. Through the closet. Oh, there we go. All right, I guess this will do because I guess I'm going out tonight because I made that decision. Sweater comes off, white. Tux shirt, maybe.
Okay.
Loosely inspired by.
Okay.
Leaves untucked. Leaves the kilt on. You just hear the sound of frantic hangers moving in this closet, and find a.
You ever see when like people get like a deconstructed sandwich?
Right.
That's how I see your wardrobe.
Yes.
It's
So
a
we find out
deconstructed
like
tux. It's kind of like the idea of a tux.
there is like what could only maybe be construed as like a pirate jacket.
Motherfucker.
Frock
Like
coat
with
is
a
what you're
frock
talking
coat?
about.
Yeah, but for him it's a pirate jacket. But it has tails. We're
That's
not
a
sure
frock
why
coat.
it has tails.
Are they wired?
There's
tails?
a little no.
Kind of saw them as wired, and
But
like,
there is
curled.
a little bow right above like the cut of the tails.
A French frock coat.
These things exist.
Yeah.
I think I'm just
Absolutely.
making this shit up as I go.
Have you not seen
But-
French Revolution era?
Okay.
No, noble fashion. You're only
But-
missing is the gold wig and the white face paint.
It only has one tail.
It's like you robbed Michael Jackson's garage.
And after that tail, like it kind of swoops, and the cut of the jacket
I
just
was
kind of
actually kind of
continues
thinking
at an
David
angle,
Bowie's.
Yes, very
right
David Bowie.
almost underneath the armpit.
Okay.
Yeah, more David Bowie
Yeah.
than Michael Jackson. You're
Wow.
right.
And that half of that half of the jacket is kind of like a crop top, but then the other side is long, and there's just the most god awful buttons you've ever seen.
I'm
You can't
too
even
sober
describe
for
them.
this kind
They're for
Careful,
buttoning up
that
the shirt,
stuff
but
is
they're actually
strong.
vintage
And
electric.
Yeah,
there's
but
a-
so's this.
Fair.
and then there's some effort with a comb to get rid of the bed head kind of thing and go more for a
I'm
like
gonna go
greased
with some
lightning sort of like
Pompadour.
pompadour kind of thing with a nice duck butt situation.
I mean, that is a fair way to describe a pompadour. I'm
Right?
Going out for the night.
Somehow you found a way to juice a toreador into your hikata, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah. That's a fucking true statement.
That's all you got.
Patty.
Yeah, I just want to
I
try
still
it. Yes,
was getting
still here.
Yeah.
Dear God, it's rubbing alcohol.
Pumpkin flavor.
Wow! Delightful. I may not be able to answer you for gasping for air, but
I feel
please
like
do
I
your
have to
go.
One
try
quart
this
rubbing
right now.
alcohol. Rub
Right.
a
It's
pumpkin
not
pie
bad
with
if you
it.
want to put some in my cup
Put it in a
and
jar.
drink some. Like, not for me,
Like-
for you.
Oh my
Like less than a finger. Like a quarter finger.
That is a moonshiny adjacent
A splash.
kind of thing.
And that's what happened to Sal.
That's
Yeah.
acceptable.
Less than a
that's already
quarter
more than I
finger.
asked for. Thank you.
It's actually kind of pleasant.
Yeah.
Basic bitch moonshine.
I'm not really
Okay.
interested.
All right, so
We got this. Ready?
bad decisions.
Let's go. To bad decisions.
may the bridges you burn light your path.
Oh shit, why would you say that?
Am I the only one who could see that as like a pleasant sipping whiskey?
I actually
That's what I've
enjoy
been
it.
doing with
That
mine.
is smoother
If it
than
was
I
warmer.
anticipated because it really didn't. I actually had to make loud noises because it wasn't as cough syrupy as I expected.
I would
given
like
the-
to add that to some eggnog.
That would be
That would be
really
an
good in
acceptable.
eggnog.
All right, so
Yes, still here. Sorry.
Present.
Patty,
Hi.
after your sire said give me a half an hour.
Excuse me.
And that
What
is
did
all
you
I'm
do?
drinking tonight because I don't want to.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I assume I'm watching the shop unless somebody else is here to do that.
Okay, so you stayed at the.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I try to keep an eye on my own shop, and then if anybody were to come in or anything go down, I would just be right back and run over there and then come back.
Okay.
Why am I manning the shop now?
Really quick, I apologize. Time freeze.
Okay.
Okay.
It is now 11:16 at night on July 1st,
Yeah.
2022, and we have now officially hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yay!
All right.
So excited. I have to see it for myself. Now I have to look up the channel.
Yeah, no, I gotta pull it up now too.
Oh my gosh!
Congratulations.
Oh my gosh!
It says 1K.
Awesome.
It does say 1K.
Hold on, let me go and unsubscribe really quick.
You jerk!
So I would like to outright, right now, thank Jeremy Briggs for commenting 1,000th subscriber! I'm assuming Jeremy. Jeremy, thank you for our big 1,000. Holy God,
Your dad just hit 1,000.
thank you,
All the
GB.
congrats.
Want some sunshine?
No!
There's an hair on your chest.
I am not offering this.
Curl the hair.
It's for basic bitches only.
Have you met GB?
Sparkling
He's a little
apple
too
grape.
extra
All right.
to be basic.
Yeah, there's still some sparkling apple.
All right, I'm going to
there?
say also
Yes,
thank
yes.
you to Gwen for bringing me a bottle of champagne, which I'm probably going to get into tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So,
Sorry, I'm still excited.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Dan of the Dead,
Present.
what did you do when he said give him a half an hour?
I'm gonna poke around the shop. I haven't actually had a chance to look around it very much.
Okay.
So.
Well, just to give you an overview, it's a lot of what seems like homemade stuff. There are a few obviously mass-created items that iron cauldrons of various sizes, statues, resin statues, wooden carved statues, wooden effigies of different occupations.
Occupations. Okay.
Yeah, like there's a little wooden doll that looks like a farmer. There's a little wooden doll that like you could just go, you look like a banker or a lawyer. Like it's very interesting, but they all look hand carved, coconut husk carved
Oh, like
creatures
Yeah.
of some kind. Not just monkeys. Some of
yeah,
them
not
are
just the
monkeys.
monkeys.
Various pieces of animals that have been preserved in various ways. There is a locked cabinet that has like please see vendor sticker
As
on
front
it,
counter.
which if you squint hard enough you can tell they're various types of bones. Some of them look rather human. Teeth.
Because they are.
Teeth.
Teeth.
There is several horse hair whips that have like a horse hoof leg part as the handle. Just various things like that. Lots of candles. Lots of different types of burning material. You could call it incense,
Yeah.
but it's kind of off when you think about it like that.
I'm closer to smudge.
Yeah,
But not
closer,
quite.
but not just sage.
Yeah.
Lots
Other
of different
sorts of
stuff.
things.
Yeah. There is. It's on the counter. It was washed. There is an item called High John the Conqueror root in little bags, and when you look at them, it takes you a second to go, oh, that's plant. Because when you look at it first, you go, those are testicles. But it takes you a second. You realize, no. That's a plant. That's a root. Yeah, there's just lots of things like that. There's some blades, decorative, handmade, lots of different shapes, things like that. Pretty interesting stuff.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever actually been to a botanica. There's
Not
quite a few
like
of them
that.
in Lehigh, if you want to check those out. But yeah, lots of statues of angels and saints and things like that.
Oh, the Santeria, sort of.
Yeah, but since you guys are both in the store still, Whistler is going to come out. And thank you for waiting. I need you... I'm setting up a meeting
That's a good idea.
of everyone who seems to be possibly loosely involved in this situation.
That's a real
Okay.
idea.
I'm going to go ahead and try to get a hold of Valentino as well. But I need you to go...
This isn't sacrilege because it's delicious.
I need you to go to St. John City, over the bridge. There's a restaurant there called Frankie's Place. Our kind, and when I say our kind, I mean strictly family,
Okay.
are going to be in the Rat Pack Lounge.
Rat Pack.
So if you would not mind heading over there, we should be able to get this straightened out. But I'm going to be sending you to the Rat Pack Lounge.
All right.
And I'm going to call Post right now. And you're not going to make it.
Okay.
Danny is going to be
AWOL.
absconded.
Missing for who knows what reason.
Yes.
I'm sure.
I certainly don't.
Good and nefarious.
But anyway, so what do you guys think about what's
Music
going on thus
mysteries.
far?
Congratulations on your 1,000.
Thank you.
Yay!
That's all we care about right now.
I'm
kinda is,
freaking
honestly.
excited. Oh my
There
god.
has to be
I knew it would happen tonight.
In the middle of game is best.
In the
by
middle
the
of
way.
the game is best time.
I know.
exciting.
Jeremy Briggs, I love you. What the hell?